Today we have Hunkydory's exploding boxes. There are 4 designs, and if you're not sure what that is, let me show you. Okay, here's one. I'm going to open it, take the lid off, and there you go. Just pops up. There's snowflakes popping, lots of things going on. So please come play with us. Well, there are 4 designs. Now, this one is all the basic shapes and sizes, and you can use anything you want on it. And I have an example that Teresa did. Then we have 3 others. There is a cute Christmas, there's a contemporary Christmas, and there's a vintage Christmas. Okay, let's get started. And it is the cute Christmas that I started with. And I do want to assure you that there are complete instructions in the package, just like, whoops, just like that, step by step, super easy to do. And I think that's one of the fun things about this. And again, just let me show you. So we have this box and we have a lid. And when you open it, as I showed you, it explodes out. Okay, so let me show you how this is made. And as I said, everything is in the package. And let me bring them out to show you. So I have popped some things out, as you can see. And the box is made with these layers. They're already scored. They're foiled on one side and they're printed on the other. And then along with this in the sheet, you get some 4 other pieces that we're going to work with. So you're going to get it in this size. You're going to get it in a smaller size, this one, and then you're going to get it in an even smaller size. So that gives you the 3 layers that you're going to make. Then this is for the lid, and then you get all sorts of other embellishments, again, that you can die cut, that you can just pop out because they're already die cut. And there's also some acetate. There's a larger piece than what you're going to need, but that's nice. So, okay, let me just walk you through this. So you do need, Teresa recommended the 1/2 inch extra sticky tape. It just makes the process so much easier. Okay, so we're going to take this, we're going to have the foiled areas on the outside of our box, so it's going to go down just like that. Then when you place this down first, then we're going to go back to this sheet and, yes, this sheet, whoops, and pop out these, all of these, and attach them to the inside. Now these are smaller than the pieces, and they're just going to get like that on all 4 sides, okay? Just pop them out, super, super easy. And there are little nibs that are holding this. You do want them to face toward the inside. So this is facing this way, that's facing that way, and so forth. Okay, that's the first layer. Then the second layer, same idea. The foiled part is going to go to the outside. So we're just going to lay this and attach it into the middle, into that middle section. So middle section to middle section. Same idea, go to this layer and pop these out and tape them in place. And I'll just do it. This particular one has words on it. It says, "Let it snow." So I want to make sure that I can read it as it's facing in, okay? Then the third one. Now the third one, we're going to attach right here. But before we do that, remember you saw some snowflakes exploding? Well, that's where the acetate comes in. Let me scoot this over. So we're going to take the acetate and we want to cut 2 strips that are 3/8 of an inch by 3.5 inches, okay? Then we will make 2 cuts into this piece, and let me just draw it for you. Because if I cut it, you're not going to see anything. Okay, so I want to cut it wider than the 3/8 inch. Just on each side, just like that and like that. So just cut that, then take your strip and take the last 1/2 inch, insert through that slit, and use tape to attach it down. Then use the tape to attach this into the center of our box. Then the same idea, you're going to take these little guys and pop them out and attach them to each of the squares. So let me get this so that you can see all 3 layers. There you go, and there you go. Okay, now I mentioned that we've got extra art. So the extra art we can do a couple of things with. One side is foiled and one side is patterned. And you can use these, you can foam tape them to the outside of the box, you can foam tape them maybe onto this layer that doesn't have quite, that just has the text on it. Whatever you want to do. You can also attach it to each side of that acetate. Okay, so everything is taped together. And like I said, you can foam tape what you want. Then we are going to take this piece, which is the lid. And this is, like everything else, super, super easy to put together. So you see these tabs and everything is scored. So we're going to fold everything in a mountain fold, just like this. Okay. There we go. Then you're going to put the extra sticky tape on the tabs on the foil side and attach them behind that tab. You're going to do it there, and you're going to do it on the other side. Same exact thing, putting that extra sticky tape. Then this is complete. So let me go back to the box, the finished box, and let me just show you. As I said, you've got lots of things that you can put on the inside. So on those boxes that were just had Let It Snow, we've foam taped, Teresa's foam taped the die cuts. There, she's put snowflakes on all of them. She did add some pearls, and in this she used the purple and the blue pearls. So they're self-adhesive and they're going to stick nicely. She also foam taped one of the greetings, and as I said, there are lots of extra embellishments, including greetings. So she put the Merry Christmas right there. Now, those 2 pieces of acetate, they can have the snowflakes on both sides. So you tape them on each side. She put pearl on each side, and she did it to the other one. So you see that these are suspended in the middle. They are higher than the, well, they're not higher than the box, but they come up pretty high. They're higher than that small one. They're actually even higher than the middle box, okay? So when all of this is done, then you simply pop them together, and we're going to take the lid and position it over all of this. But do you see, okay, and you can see now, as I said, you can foam tape pieces to the outside. That's exactly what Teresa did. So she foam taped the inside and the outside. Now, this bow, that bow is also part of the die cuts. And let me show you. So this is the bow that Teresa used. And you've got this piece, and you also have, you've got the tag that says for you, you've got the ribbon tails, and those are going to go down first. And then you've got this little strip. Okay, so you're going to want to put extra sticky tape on this little strip. Now, to make this bend more, you see how beautiful that bow is? Okay, well, what she did is she took a bone folder, and we talk about this often, and just rub it behind the bow. And I'm really putting a lot of pressure on this. So then you will bring both of those tabs to the back, overlap them slightly, okay? Then you're going to take this piece, which will have the extra sticky tape on it, attach it in the middle, and then wrap it to go around to the back. And it works so much better if you've got the tape on it. Okay, so there is our bow, and there is our bow attached on top of the tails. that are right there. And then there's also a pearl. So that takes care of our cutesy Christmas exploding box. What I also appreciate is at $7.99, this is a really, for what you get and the ease of putting it together, I think that's just a fabulous price. Now, I did mention that there are other styles. So let me show you what Teresa did. This is the exploding box, and this is the, this is the vintage. Okay, and what Teresa did, as you can see, she wrapped ribbon. So she used the green ribbon set. This is the beautiful ribbon. Isn't that pretty? So that's, and you can see she's also foam taped the die cuts around this, just like she didn't use the bow, so she's saving that for another project. And slipping this off. And are you ready for the explosion? Here we go. There it is. Look how pretty this is. Isn't that nice? So same idea that the middle box, she's foam taped or taped the pieces on. She has the same thing going on with the acetate, but isn't that pretty? So that is our second one, and she did use the crystals, the red and the yellow, just to, you know, add a little bit of bling, like the foiling wasn't enough. Okay, so that is our second one. Now, there is a third one, and it's called the Contemporary. And I made this with my granddaughter on Saturday, and we followed the exact same instructions that Teresa did. And I just wanted to show it to you. She is almost 12. She loved it. And I had to promise that I will bring this back for her. And this is the same idea. Explodes. It's got purples and blues and just really, really fun. So that was our third one. Now, as I mentioned in the opening, we also have a kit that is the basics. So this is going to have all of the components, but nothing that is foiled or printed. So it's all the bare bones. And there are 5 exploding box cards in here. So that's really neat. Now let me show you what Teresa did. Okay, here is the one that she made. Isn't it pretty? Now she has used the Meadow Blooms papers and the Dazzles cutting die, excuse me, the butterfly cutting die. It looks like Dazzles, doesn't it? And vellum underneath them. And you can see that she did a ribbon bow out of the solid cardstock. So let me bring in the things that she used just so you've got a reference. So this is Meadow Blooms. Where are you, Meadow Blooms? 6x6 is what she chose. And you can see that the sizing just works very nicely on this box. And she chose, so you've got different colors going on. She chose to put one on the bottom and of course one on the top. Now she did do, like this has got the solid, so she used, of course, the Meadow Blooms solid cardstock. She also has used some of the Meadow Blooms die cuts. Now you see the butterflies, and that was done with this cutting die. And she used the Miri cardstock. So the Miri is very shiny. So she used the blueberry and the pink, as you can see. And that's what she's done with the butterflies. And she also trimmed them or used the cutting die to cut out the backing and place them together. And that just worked very nicely. I imagine she used sticky specs to attach them. Now the other thing, let me open this up and get into it. So you can see the cutouts that are in the package. So as I open this, I just want to show you. So the main one, it's the exact same process. So here's what you get. You're going to get all of this die cut, so all you do is pop it out and put your papers on it. So Teresa has used the pinks and the greens. She used the cutouts that are in the 6x6 paper. She also wanted to add some bling. Now, can you see that as I move it? That is out of the straight line dazzles. And so that she has done on all of the layers right at the end. She also wanted to use some words. So you see the happy birthday in there? That is with the Tiny Words and Phrases Pastel and Pearls. So you've got lots of different colors going on. So that is going to be your first layer. You have another one just like it for this next layer because that's smaller. Now Teresa did not use the acetate, but it is in the package, so she could have. This is for the lid, and as you see with the lid, she has covered each of the sides. There's the dazzle and the lid also, and then she matted it onto the solid. Now this does have the die cut bow, which Teresa just used as a pattern. She didn't cover it with anything. She just used it as a pattern to cut out her solid cardstock right there. And you can see that she's got the tails going on as well as a double bow is what she made. So that worked. Now you do have all of these. Teresa didn't use them, but you certainly could. Okay, so you've got everything you need. And Teresa also used, let me grab last thing, she used some of the crystal sparkles just on the ends of her pieces. So you can see, so the first layer is that. The second layer is all in the yellows, and the third layer is all in the pinks. So really pretty. You've got that shine with the dazzles, you've got the words, and then as I said, that lid is just going to pop right on, and it's all ready. So lots of opportunities here, and I think it's really fun, and I appreciate that we've got 3 Christmas, but then we've got anytime. So again, you have the exploding boxes in the plain set, and then you also have the vintage Christmas. You have the contemporary, which is this one that I made with Penelope. And then we also have the cutesy, which is the first one that I showed you. Okay, how fun is that? This would be incredibly laborious if you had to cut and measure every single thing, but you don't. It's so easy to do. And I appreciate that we've got lots of different opportunities right in front of us. So, as always, we have a money saver. So if you want all of them, over on the right-hand side of your screen, we'll see that we have them all together for you, and we've given you a bit of a discount. Down below, Teresa has the instructions, so just clip on the one that you want. However, all of the instructions are inside the package, so there's nothing that you need beyond that except lots of goodies to work with. And if you are watching this on YouTube, we hope that you will like us. We hope that you will comment. And of course, we hope that you'll subscribe. Then head on over to paperwishes.com. Take advantage of the Money Saver. Look at all the other wonderful Hunkydory products that we carry. We are delighted to work with them, and they never disappoint. So thank you for joining us, and thank you, Teresa. Very, very fun. Thank you, Penelope, for helping me with one, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.